Okay, here's John Black, Super Chemist again. Part 2 of the video series, Pastafarian Rolls. I forget what I was talking about. Believe in God. You don't have to believe in God to be a Pastafarian, okay? But you have to be honest, okay? Because the number one commandment, okay, keep in mind, I'm passing over murder and stuff like that, you know what I mean? To go to the non-obvious ones, but no lying, okay? Never lying. Lying is a sin, okay? And as a Pastafarian, you got to have some kind of common sense. Lying about Santa Claus to your kid is not a sin, okay? Lying about your Santa Claus to your kid when he's 15, okay, that might be a sign. That's a sin. Okay? Your kid by then should be knowing what reality is, okay? But, you know what I mean? An 8-year-old or something, hey, lying to him about Santa Claus, that's just giving the kid a fantasy. But again, you don't have to believe in God to be a Pastafarian. All you have to do is believe in his word or his rules, his way of life, his suggestions on how you should live. That's all you have to do to be a Pastafarian, and try your best to follow those rules. And they're very easy to do, man, because you really don't have to do much. Yes, it's being good to go out and help people and do blah, 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 blah. But basically, just to be a good person in the eyes of God, you just have to be, and I'm not talking if you have a handicap or you have no whatever and you can't whatever. Other than that, you know what I mean, you should contribute to society by having a job or doing something to contribute to society, even if it's just a job. And, just don't be mean to people, and you don't even have to be nice to people. You just can't be a turtle dickwad all the time, you know what I mean? And if you go to work and you let's say you're real introverted and you don't hang out with people, that's great. If you're so different, you're non-binary, you're trans, you're this, hey, that's great, man. Pastafarian loves that. You can be as different and as like in a Christian Bible, you have a strict definition of what the family unit is, and if you don't stick with that family unit, you're a piece of garbage and you need to go to hell. Okay. In the Pastafarian religion, we have the same ideology, and half of it. This family unit is very important, and there's a best type of family unit, okay, which would be a mom and a dad with the kids, okay. That's the best family unit, but we don't believe that, because people are different. You know what I mean? The family unit needs to be honored because that's the way most people are, but because of biology, right? But there's always exceptions to the rules. You got 10% of the people are gay. You got, say non-binary, say this or that. Some people do not fall into the category of what you would consider normal, or the normal family unit type, meaning the mother, the dad, and the kids. And they should not be put down, and they should have every opportunity and every whatever pursuit of happiness that any other person wants. But what's happening in society today is we are tearing down the best way, the family unit with the mom, dad, and the kids. Okay, saying this is terrible. You can do any other way, but this way is terrible. That's no. Okay, first of all, no way is terrible. Okay, but the family unit should be put up on a pedestal above all other family type units. Okay, not that it's better or deserves more rights or deserves more opportunity. I'm just saying that for the child's success in life, success rate will be highest when you have a mom, a dad, and you do it the nuclear family way. But no one should be discriminated with if they don't fall into that category, because we should understand as human beings there's always going to be a 10%, 5%, whatever. There's going to be always going to be a percentage of people that don't fall into that same category as most people. And what we do is, instead of throwing stones at them and stoning them and shunning them, we just love them. That's all. Okay, that's all we do with them. Okay, we don't put them down or say they have to conform to our family unit because this is the best family unit. Because it's, for them, it's not the best family unit. For that gay person, having a man and a woman in the family, that's not the best for them. So we should all honor that, and as long as you honor the family unit with the mom-dad thing, right up here, that will flourish. To families to be like that, the biggest majority of it. So that small percentage that we have, the two dads or the two moms or this, that, the different type of family unit, it won't matter. It won't affect society that much. You know what I mean? And with the big, larger percent, if you get rid of, if you don't put the family unit on a pedestal, meaning a man and woman and the kids, then people will think that it's not the best, and it is the best. It's what's going to make the people the happiest. You know what I mean? If they conform to that type of lifestyle or that, you know what I mean? But anyways, you don't have to actually believe in God to be a pastafarian. If you don't believe in God, you can be an atheist and be a pastafarian. But you have to be honest. Commandment number 1: be true, tell the truth. So if you are an atheist, an atheist truly is a person who doesn't believe in God under any circumstance. An agnostic is someone who says, I don't believe in God, but it could be. You know what I mean? You technically have to be agnostic to be a pastafarian. You can't, because if you're truthful, you got to admit that you really don't know. You don't know if there's a God or not, man. Even though it sounds stupid if there's a saying there's God, or even if you think there's no proof one way or the other. You can't prove it. So if you're going to tell the truth, you have to admit, hey, I don't believe in God, but it could be, 1 in a trillion chances. I don't know. I don't think so. That would be a pastafarian response on his beliefs in God. And if you believe in God, you can say that too. But if you're a pastafarian, you've got to admit that you really don't know. Okay? And even though there's a small chance and you don't believe it, it could be that there's no God at all. You know what I mean? If you're a pastafarian and you go by the number 1 commandment, which is tell the goddamn truth. Okay? Tell the truth. What is so hard about that? I don't understand with people. But that is number 1. And these aren't they're not in order of importance. Okay? But telling the truth is, yes, it's one of those top ones, man. One of them top ones. Okay? And the reason why these are important, even though they don't sound like telling a lie, no. If everyone told the truth, society would just be so much better for everybody. If it would be so different. So, okay, let's see what we got here. No cheating. That is, no cheating is an especially, maybe I did the top 5 or whatever, because this is a very important one too. Very, very, very important. It's almost like treason. Okay, cheating. I don't mean cheating on a game, although that's wrong too. Okay, that's wrong. Any form of cheating is wrong. Okay, but it has to be real cheating. I hate some kind of women. A lot of times they think that things are cheating when they're not cheating. If you're doing something within the rules, then you're not cheating. You know what I mean? Your emotions, and I'll get to emotions too. But emotions have nothing to do with it. You can't. You know what I mean? But cheating on your spouse or your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, It's a very high up on the sin thing, because you're, especially if it's your spouse, because you're destroying the family unit. Okay, the family unit is the most important thing. The family unit and society in itself must survive. Okay, your kids must survive. You know what I mean? If you're pastafarian, and and to cheat is to take the family units and just take them all and stab them all in the face with a knife. All your kids, that you're destroying their lives when you cheat, and your wife or husband, you're taking their trust and their loyalty and everything else, and you're just spitting all over your family unit and everyone in your family, and and the whole family unit itself, and you're spitting on society, because you're not conforming. And conforming doesn't mean, I don't mean conforming like in a fascist type way. Everyone has to conform. Conforming just means, not breaking into people's houses and stealing. Conforming just means obeying the law. Obeying what society needs to thrive and succeed and survive. Uh, Now this is a very, 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 very good commandment here too, high up on the totem pole. Never, never pay your neighbor's electric when your electric bill can't be paid. Okay, and I'm going to actually talk a little bit about this, because this is very important. This is very, very important. Okay. And you might say, well, why is it that important? Who cares? It's like when when you're on a jet line or jet plane, right? And the lady comes out and it says, oh, when the window breaks or something, and you lose all your oxygen, you'll have a thing come down, and a mask, and you can put it on. But always put it on your old person, like a handicapped or old, or a baby or a child, before you put it on your own self. Okay, and the reason why they say that, why do you care about yourself first and then care about them? Like, why do you pay your electric first and then pay their electric bill instead of out, the other way around? Well, the reason why is because if I only have 30 seconds to do this, okay, or 15 seconds, I have 15 seconds to do this before I black out, okay? If I put the mask on the child or the old person or the whatever, and it takes me 15 seconds to do it, I will be knocked out, and I will not be able to put the mask on myself. And then my child will be having to grow up without a father, or my mother having to see her son die, or whatever. But if you do it the other way around, right? You have 15 seconds. And I get the mask. I put it on myself. 15 seconds later, my kid or whoever else, they're blacked out there. And you're like, well, how did that help? Well, just because someone's blacked out, who gives a crap? After you black out, you got a whole minute or so before it makes it, before you got to worry about it. So and it only takes you 15 seconds to put the mask on. So you put yours on. He knocked your old person or young person, he blacks out, but then you put the mask on him, he revives, and now everyone survives. See, that's why you don't. And our government makes this mistake all the time, and I'm going to elaborate on it. But where you go and you pay another country's bill, you don't have your own bills paid. Okay, the reason why you don't do it, right? There's two reasons. One is this. If I go over and I pay your electric bill, my neighbor's electric, and I can't pay mine, now my electric bill gets shut off because I paid your electric bill, right? You're the irresponsible person. If I want to be the responsible person, I would pay my bill and say, screw you. And then later on, maybe I could help you get your electric turned back on. You know what I mean? But if I save myself first, I pay my own debts, my own electric bill. Now I can't. Come on.